Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Gul Knowledge Hub. Welcome my YouTube family to your own channel, which is Gul Knowledge Hub. Welcome to the first secret of excellent speaking English. This video course is going to teach you 7 secrets, 7 rules of speaking excellent English in your own life. And I promise you that you will enjoy learning grammar. You will enjoy learning speaking English, and your confidence level will boost up from here to the highest level of mountain. This can happen, and it will happen if you constantly watch this video course comprising of 7 rules. So what's that first secret? Let's get started. But if you are a newcomer here, please like, share and subscribe the channel and hit that bell icon because it motivates me to make more videos. So without any further ado, let's get start this video. So what is that first rule? First rule of excellent speaking English is learn phrases, not the individual or single words. Why it is important? This rule is simple, but it is one of the keys to master English, to master grammar than the boring textbooks of grammar and school methodology. And you will enjoy learning grammar, and you will automatically learn a lot of grammar rules, and your speaking skills will improve tremendously. So first of all, tell me, how did you learn in your school? What is your methodology of learning new words? In most of the English videos, in most of the schools, colleges, textbooks and grammar books, what is the methodology to learn new words? Of course, you would say that it is a traditional way, it's a boring way, and it doesn't work at all. Because no one likes to memorize and to learn a long list of vocabulary. In our traditional or old method of learning English language, or in our schools, what is the methodology which is adopted by most of English speakers, by most of the teachers, is that you have a textbook of English language and literature. In most of the schools, there is single book of English language and literature, and then comes the boring and painful method of teaching English language. And what is that? At the start of the chapter of a textbook, there is a long list of vocabulary with the translation in your own native language. Then there is the method of translation from English to your native language. And after that, there are some of the questions which you are supposed to memorize. And after all this, there come some of the grammar rules which you have to cram in order to get high score in exams. And there is nothing to be done with your speaking skills. Is there any speaking drill included in your syllabus? Is there any speaking practice which has marks in your exam? What you are supposed to do, you are supposed to memorize a long list of vocabulary, then you are supposed to memorize and cram all the questions. There is nothing to do with your speaking skills. There is nothing to do to improve your English language. This is hard reality of non-native English countries where English is taught as a subject. It's boring method, it doesn't work. Please leave this method, because when you learn a long list of vocabulary, tell me in the comment section that most of the words you forget after a while. After a short span of time, what happens that you forget and your memory is erased by all these words, new words which you have memorized, because this is the wrong methodology, and that's why, and this is not the way. And after memorizing those words, you don't know how to use them in the actual situation, how to use them in the real context. And most of the time you use those words in a wrong context, in the wrong situation. And it's reality that most of the non-native English speakers, they make mistakes while putting the word in the exact position, because they have learned the word in its separateness, in its individual form, without any relation with the context, without any relation with the situation. So let's change this methodology. Let's celebrate that you don't have to memorize a long list of vocabulary. Discard that method. Have jubilation, have festivity, have celebration that you are supposed to discard that method. Because now you are supposed to learn phrases, not the individual or single words. And now what is phrase? Phrase is a group of words. Is a group of words, more than one words. So how can you find those phrases? You are not supposed to find those phrases in your textbook. No. You will find those phrases in the real English language, in the real English speaking conversation like podcast, or you will learn those phrases in the storybooks, the interesting storybooks where will you enjoy a lot. Now, when you will write down the phrase, a group of words, not the individual or the single word. And next, how will you identify that? You will put a note from where you pick that phrase. Put a note from where you pick that phrase. Maybe from the story, maybe from English conversation, maybe from the podcast, maybe from movie. You put it in brackets. In this way, you will learn the context, you will learn the real situation in which you have learned that phrase. Now, what is the benefit? In grammar schools or in schools and textbook or grammar textbooks, you are memorized that subject-verb agreement is necessary. There should be S, there should be ES or a lot of rules. But if you memorize, for example, I will quote an example. If you learn the phrase, John hates ice cream. And for example, to hate. If you learn only the word to hate, it means to dislike. To dislike. And you learn and memorize to hate, to dislike, to hate, to dislike, to hate, to dislike, to hate, to dislike. And you don't know the actual situation. And most of the grammar mistakes, most of the mistakes why they occur in the non-native English speakers is that they have learned the individual words not in their context, and they don't know how to use them in grammatically correct form in the real situation. So sometimes they say John hates ice cream, sometimes they say he hates ice cream. If you have learned it in a phrase like John hates ice cream, John hates ice cream. Now you will say that he hates ice cream, she hates ice cream, Mary hates ice cream. It means that you will add S without knowing, and you are grammatically correct. This is one of the powerful method and simple and the most powerful method by which the English speakers learn English language as a child. Because they learn the whole phrases from their real situation, from their parents, from the schools, from the movies, from the real conversation. And in this way, they automatically learn the grammatical rules and they are grammatically error-free. They may make mistakes, but most of the time they are grammatically correct. Now, dear audience, change your way of learning, change your way of teaching methodology, change your perspective, and you will learn English speaking skills automatically and naturally and easily, and words will come out in a flowing way like the water flowing in the river or a stream. So what you are supposed to do, you have to learn to phrases, not the individual words. What are the benefits of learning phrases? Number one, it will help your memory to remember the words, to remember the meanings of that phrase and how to use them in the correct situation. Number two, the bonus tip is that The bonus is that you will learn grammar correctly, automatically, not knowingly, and it will not be a painful and boring task for you, and you will enjoy learning English language. You will feel more confident. Your English learning language will be an enjoyable journey towards your destination. And which is the destination? To speak English fluently. If you like the role, kindly share and subscribe this video, and I am going to give you the second rule in the second video, and hope you are enjoying, and hope you will wait for the second rule, because second rule is more powerful. Until the next video, stay happy, stay blessed. Thank you so much.